go to China. It'd be nice to do the Europe tour, but unfortunately the events going on in Ukraine, that's not possible at this time. And I've been to Mexico several times. I even thought about doing the Mexico City tour.
But what got you interested in going to Thailand first? Was it just or?
Well, the dates, I believe it was August 24th through September 2nd. I did the 10-day, and it just worked out. Where I work is not everyone can take vacation at the same time, so they try to spread it out. And nobody was taking vacation at that particular time, so it worked out well.
So your schedule worked.
Another Monday night webcast.
Hello guys, how are you tonight?
We're gonna answer your
ready
questions
for today.
Yes, hopefully you stick around. We had little technical difficulties in the beginning, so again, hopefully somebody is still there. So feel free to send in your questions, and we're gonna talk a little bit Barranquilla tour today because it's starting next week, so there are still technically 10 days for you to sign up. And well, technically we also have a Cebu tour, but that might be full. Don't quite remember, but I think it is full. So yes, guys, if you're thinking about going to Colombia, we still have a few spots left for Barranquilla. Flights are cheap, easy to book at the last moment. You know, just it's your opportunity to join a great tour and meet our Colombian stuff.
Year started, so it's new fresh. So I hope you give resolution like to start your new life, this new person, second half, wife even. But you know they cannot come here and get you up from the couch and marry you. So you have to go and get her. So we have so many opportunities. So no, still no tours to Eastern Europe, but you can go on your own. And if you still want to go on a tour, you can go to other tours, of course. We have so many this year. Maybe we'll have some seminars again this year. Pretty good.
Don't forget to remind John about it, because if you don't remind, you'll forget to schedule it.
Yeah.
And let's see, guys, who's voting what cities we're gonna have seminars. So just feel free to email John, john@lovememail.com.
Let us know how was your holidays, and it's over now. Even our old New Year celebration was successful, so
yeah,
ready to work, ready. Help you guys to find your second half. So any questions about international dating or wedding? Marriage?
We're waiting to. I mean, eventually they're gonna be one. So
yeah, so we'll answer.
And here's the first one from Blue. Julie dismissed me. Did Anna kill anyone with the sword? Well, I did not kill anyone, but I probably did some damage to the course. That's why Karen probably had a hard time starting the show tonight. So yeah, might be me. Probably did some damage here.
It's an amazing present. Thank you so much. Thank you for candy as always. So Blue is so nice to us. Thank you so much, and wish you luck with new lady.
Don't say hello, Dina and Anna and Pink tonight. You know what they say, pink makes the man wink.
Really?
I never heard it. First time we see it.
I'll say that about red. Okay, it's no like.
I never heard this pink thing. Imagine when the Barbie movie came out.
Oh my god. The guys probably had it.
Baskin, what happened to the sword from Jeff?
Which?
Well, guys, if you really did miss it that much, it's still here. See, I'm just trying not to carry it around and not cut any more cords.
It's amazing,
So,
beautiful.
but yeah, it is here.
Looks like real
In one piece. Just in one. Drop it. All right. Okay. From Blue, I knew it, Anna. You're a wild woman. Let's see. Or just maybe because I don't know what to do with that sword. So that's lack of skills, probably.
Maybe we'll go to Renaissance Festival and take
yes.
it.
Well, not it's in Rock Mesa.
Where?
Yeah, well, but it's actually it is starting February.
Oh yeah. We have a lot of events in February here. It's crazy time.
Because best time in Arizona.
We had no winter actually, and we are already in February, so.
Well, except we froze to death in Flagstaff over the weekend. We just had our little annual event in Flagstaff up north, so we went to play in the snow. Still recovering. Probably a lot of people are gonna be sick because we're not used to those cold temperatures. You know, Arizonians. Dawn says Happy New Year. Well, Happy New Year, Dawn, and hopefully your year started nicely and it's gonna get better. So guys, what's your New Year's resolution?
I know what's resolution our clients, to find a second half. Yay! So Mark asking, Anna and Dina, are you getting ready for Jeff's wedding?
Yes, actually we are, yes, and yeah, so we'll
So
be
it's gonna
very
be-
excited. So October, right? So
In beautiful place.
we're not making any plans for October. We're definitely gonna be there.
Of course. Can't wait.
See, we've been waiting for this for so long. Cannot miss. It
Cannot
sounds like
wait.
it's gonna be a very fun one too. I'm sure Jeff will make it very, very fun and special. Chief, I hear not to ride this women from a lot of your shows. Why do you offer that option if it's a bad one? Oh look, it's always not that black and white. It's not a bad option, and it's very helpful in some cases, especially. So, for example, if we take a case of Ukrainian ladies, and if you're not planning to go to Ukraine, but you still want to meet Ukrainian lady, you probably expect her to travel to Europe to meet you, because that's the only way. I mean, unless you go there, they would have to meet you halfway. But they're not gonna travel for a blind date. I mean, and you also don't want to travel for a blind date. You never corresponded with this woman. You never saw her on a video. So yeah, again, they would not agree to travel 40 hours on the bus just to, just see total stranger. So in this case, correspondence is actually helpful. Don't do it for too long. Don't write for months. Just maybe a few messages. Just tell her hi, tell her about yourself a little bit, get to know her a little bit, do a video call, a week or two into it, and talk on a video and see if there is any connection. You probably won't be able to tell if there is any chemistry there between two of you, but at least you'll be able to see, if she looks like her photos and vice versa, because sometimes those guys too, upload some old photos. Throughout the years, I've seen a lot of fun photos, including guys upload photos from their high school graduation. Like, really? I bet you slightly changed in those 30 years, but so imagine, if poor woman travels 40 hours to meet a man, that looks slightly different. So yes, so in these cases we do recommend to correspond a little bit. But overall, if you're thinking about going to a place like Colombia, if you want to join Barranquilla tour, or Philippine tour, you don't have to write to anybody. It's just okay, just book a tour and you're gonna meet a lot of people and just go. But yeah, if there's no correspondence and you're traveling to meet one or two ladies, then it's probably most likely it's gonna be a failure. So Blue says, I got bad news, the wedding is off.
No, do not scare us.
I mean, are you joking? Are you serious? So it's
yeah, that's not good, but just let us know. We're worried now about you.
All right. Another comment from Leonard, our manager in Bangkok, Thailand. Anna and Dina, yesterday we hit 200 pre-registrations from our women for the March tour in Thailand. This far out, this is likely to be the biggest ever AFA tour to Thailand. At the moment, we're only accepting applications from Bangkok women. This is going to be huge. Please let our male members know. Yeah, I mean, if if all 200 ladies show up, that's I don't know. That might be slightly too much because on average we have 15 guys for Thai tours. So I don't know, probably a little bit too much. So hopefully not all 200 will show up.
Yeah, but amazing time and amazing opportunity to mix those dating. Go to our social and go to vacation in Thailand. Very beautiful place. I mean, probably if it's you guys from the snowy states, it will be nice opportunity to have vacation.
Blue says, of course I'm joking, we're going strong. Well, good, but don't make jokes like
Don't
this, you're
scare
scaring
us.
us. We're already planning that, planning to go your wedding and, yeah. I think-
Michi, I'm uncomfortable doing video calls with staff watching. How can I be sure the staff won't gossip about me and my girl or talk bad about me after the call to that lady?
Sure, we have
How many
nothing else
staff
to
do you think? I mean, it's only me. I'm doing. If you call an Eastern European girl, it's only me or other translator. It's only one translator. So I don't turn even the video off. On how many calls we're doing a day? I don't even remember after like 3 calls who was on the first one. So it's not like really. We
We
remember.
wish we
what you
could
guys
remember and
watching,
talk,
yeah.
but it's physically not possible
Yeah,
because it's just too much.
and we turn it off, and we don't even talk to girl after we done. We just translators, and we just like translating word to word what you saying to back and forth. So just how, or you can, if you don't want nobody listening, so just you can choose a girl who speaks English very well. So it's somebody going to connect you, but kind of not listening. So you guys say.
And as far as you're saying, talking to a girl after the call about you, saying something bad, but well, first of all, don't give the reason to say anything bad about you. Just as long as you're being respectful and polite, there is no way your interpreter will ever say anything. It's just sometimes in some cases we have seen it when a client would just totally make a girl cry. I mean, I had one that just made some comments about her putting on weight, and she was completely in tears, and of course she needs some comforting after the call. So yes, that's that was the rule. So that's probably the only exception to the rule when your interpreter will talk to the lady.
Yeah, but that's why you guys really suggesting to exchange a couple letters, that she will see your picture, and you will see her picture, and then decide if you want to make a call, because there's actually letter like first or two only like introduce yourself, like she really want to see how you look like, so and then make a call. So. And be polite, be gentleman. Like and first call actually going to be all like introduction call. There is nothing to be gossip.
From Charlie. Hi, Anna and Dina, how you doing? Happy Martin Luther King's Day. Yeah, by the way, we should be off today, right? My question is, how do I plan a trip to Miami, Florida? I want to meet a couple of ladies from Ukraine. Can I book any hotel? Of course, you can book any hotel you'd like. But I would, first of all, I would recommend to do video calls with those ladies, just to get to know each other. It will make your first day much more pleasant, I guess. And also when you talk to them, you can ask what part of Miami they live in, so you can find, what if one lives on the south, the other one lives up north, so you probably want to find some, middle ground, so you don't have to drive 2 hours to each of your dates. So yeah, that would be a good way to coordinate it.
Jimmy asking, how many failed relationships do you see guys get out of before finding their wife here? Like everywhere else, we don't do statistics on those, but I would say like everywhere else, if you go on like online dating and you go with the very first girl there, so I'm 99% it's not going to work. So depending on you, depending on the girl, so depending really we cannot guarantee that you guys going to have any chemistry or match. It could happen really fast, or could take years to find one, so it really depends.
I mean, you're looking for a life partner. It's not like you're buying the first pair of jeans and that fits. I take it, obviously there's a lot of factors that goes in it. You need to have feelings for each other. You need to be compatible and have the same life goals and a lot of other things that need to be going for you. So usually people end up going on at least a few dates, with different people, maybe taking a few trips, it depends. Sometimes, I know the cases when people a bit, and just hit it off right away and everything's perfect, but, that's more like exception to the rule for the most of it. Yeah, people have to take 1 or 2 trips before they find someone.
Yeah, really, for some guys, the really happening very fast, and some just keep going, and some guys really like to go there, so, and have all those, socials, so they keep going and like enjoying it. So we won't recommend to do that. Mark asking, Dina, should I contact Rona for a Skype call to the Philippines? Yes, please. If you know her number, please contact her directly. If not, just call our desk, and she has her own number, so they can redirect you to her.
Ricardo says, I'm recent convert to Islam. Do you have any Islamic ladies in the service? Well, not tons. There are some, but not tons, unfortunately. So if you just go to main page loveme.com, look for the link on the left side that says Advanced Search Engine for Women. Click on that, and for the religion, just select Islam. It will pull up all the profiles available, so you can see. I don't have the stats. I don't know how many exactly, but I haven't seen tons. And Jeffrey from Cali here, a long time no catch on live. Well, welcome back,
Yay.
Jeffrey. It's good to see you back virtually. Thank you for joining us tonight. And well, how close are we?
Liz. Well,
Who knows? How close are we to getting events back in Ukraine or nearby? I wanted to go 19, avoided during COVID surges and then the war. Would like to get there someday soon. Well, I mean, again, that same answer when it comes to Ukrainian tours. When it becomes safe, then we'll do it again. Trust me, we're all eager to get back to it. And, our staff wants to start doing it again, and ladies want to do it again. But also, this year was very rough as far as drone and drone attacks, missile attacks. There's many people died, and it's not the place I would recommend for the guys to go right now. Even last year was, there were quite a few months when it was much safer, and guys were going. I guess still going, but again, I personally would not be going there just yet, and I would recommend just to ask your ladies if it's possible for them to meet, ideal in Poland or Moldova, depending what part of Ukraine they're from, or at least worst case scenario somewhere on the western border, as far as possible away, from the eastern border, or even central Ukraine in some cases.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see, I'm waiting for the new questions. Not sure if we have any Barranquilla videos. Kevin, do we have any Barranquilla videos? No? Okay. I guess that's the answer is no. All right. That's okay. We'll have a lot of good footage for you for the next week. Still waiting for your questions. So, Dina, what's your New Year's resolutions?
To stay healthy and keep kids healthy because it's very expensive so to pay those medical bills. That's it. I mean, everything else will be just a bonus. But yeah, really, health is important. Stay healthy.
Yeah, health is something you start to appreciate when you don't
Yeah,
have any.
especially when you're getting older. So I've noticed that really that's really bothering
Two
me.
old ladies here already complaining about their health.
Yeah.
So that's it. Time to get 40 cats and turn into one of those old ladies. Alright, see if we missed any questions. Probably not.
Guys, of course, we're going to have so many tours, but we shouldn't wait till the end of the year because it's everything changing so fast, and so it's pricing and everything. So, just start the year with a new trip. But in the worst case, of course, you're going to have a nice trip out of that. In a better case, of course, find your second half. So.
Yeah, just to remind you guys about upcoming tours. So as we mentioned, Barranquilla and Cebu starting next week, so you have 10 days. Probably harder to go to Cebu on a short notice, but Barranquilla is nothing, a few hours flight.
Mm-hmm.
Mexico City, February 8th, and Medellin, February 22nd. So that's all your winter tours.
Yeah, so many, and if you guys, it's the first time for you, you don't want to go far traveling, especially if you don't have a tours to Eastern Europe now, or you don't want to go by yourself there. So we have Mexico tour we're doing only for second year now, and we have such a success. So it's what Blue Jeff found a girl there, so other guys is really happy. Olga, she's herself from Ukraine, and she has some probably about 10 girls from Eastern Europe, Russian or Ukrainians. So it might be a good opportunity while you're waiting for our tour starting in Eastern Europe to go there and enjoy the city, enjoy great food, and beautiful Mexican ladies and Eastern European there too.
From Jacob, what if a guy has never had a long-term relationship? Would you ladies be open to a relationship with a guy like that? I worry my lack of dating experience will turn off good women and attract scammers. Well, as far as it can affect things for sure, but I would not be, discouraged from going there and still trying to find a life partner. As far as attracting scammers, just rely on our staff advice, and because sometimes guys think, well, maybe just a cultural difference. Maybe, maybe just you're supposed to give all your money away to, to women. No, you don't. But talk to our staff. They're always very helpful, and they can give you best advice. And as far as it, affecting, turning off good women. Well, I mean, they will be concerned, of course, a little bit because they will at least ask. So what happened? Why didn't you do it? Because they would be afraid that you cannot commit, and so they're there for the reason to find someone for long-term relationship, to commit, get married. So that's why they might have concerns. But I'm sure once you tell them the story, with the background, why and how it happened, they will be okay. What do you think?
So I think, of course, you can say you've been busy, like building your career, or even work, or kids, or wherever. So also, I was going to say that it will really help you if you like of dating, and if you go on one of our tours, not by yourself. So, and when you go to our socials, you will see how easy is that, and you will have a lot of helpers. And then maybe if you don't find, of course, nobody there, when you come back, it will be easier for you to go dating locally. You will feel much more comfortable to go dating. We have those actually happen to our clients. They say, I went on all your tours, I went to socials, and then with all that experience, he come back and he found somebody here locally. So that will help you too. So just try not to, you shouldn't wonder what will happen. Just try and see how easy is it. And our girl's so nice. A lot of stuff will help you, translators there, so you will see it. And especially when you're going to tour, you will have a support from other guys who probably also not, didn't date or had a lack of dating or didn't date for a while. So, and you're all together, so you can talk about it and support each other, and you're not alone. So, but you have to get up and try. You have to do something.
Mm-hmm. For Mark and Andina, are you looking forward to doing any seminars?
Yes, please. I would like to go to Miami for sure and do seminar there in the warm weather.
Oh yeah, we have such a cold weather here in Phoenix.
But I don't want to go to Oklahoma probably.
Okay, we've been to Oklahoma one time. I think we're good with Oklahoma.
Yeah, it was really, really cold there. So would like to go to California.
Dina just selects a warm destination. That's all that matters.
We cannot go to Texas because it's taken already.
Yeah, Texas is always the John Jones thing by default. You just cannot stay away from Texas.
I never been to Boston or
Well, it's not like it's awfully warm in Boston unless you go in the summer.
No, I mean in the summer or close to spring. So you guys just invite us. Write emails to John and say, hey, we'd love to see you in Dina. Yeah, so.
Gopher says, which is the best tour in Latin America for people with only English language skills? Well, majority of guys, say 80% of guys that go on the tour don't speak Spanish. They speak only English, which is fine. So I would not really make a difference would be Cartagena, Medellin, or Barranquilla if you go into Colombia, or it would be Lima, Peru, Costa Rica. It will be about the same. So you'll meet mix of different people. Some will speak fairly decent English. Some will speak just very, very little, but will be able to understand what you're saying, and some will speak none, which again shouldn't scare you if we have interpreters for that. The most important is find the person you're comfortable with, somebody you can start a relationship with. English is something she can learn pretty quick, and there are plenty of apps that will help you communicate. So that might bring you closer together because you're both trying to overcome the language barrier, but you'll figure out it's really not that hard. So just pick any tour you like. You can browse the database of women, see what country seems more interesting to you, or if the traveling cost is something that's important, then you probably want to do Colombia or Mexico. Probably maybe Costa Rica if you live like in Florida, then it's going to be fairly cheap. But yeah, don't worry about English that much.
We're asking a question about letters. If a man sends a letter to a woman, how can a man verify that the woman gets a letter beyond the agent?
Well, first of all, you can always do a video call and just talk, to that live woman, and that's cool. I remember that in my message, I said whatever. So, you should be able to at least reply something about it and continue conversation on the subject. But the only exception is sometimes guys pick the most popular women, there's those top models, and they get, I would say 5 million messages, but a lot. A lot. And of course, if you're guy number 68 writing to her, of course you might not remember every single detail that you sent her in the letter. So sometimes guys get, frustrated about it, but well, that's what happens when you write to the, to the banner girls. There's plenty of other lovely ladies you can talk to.
So Blue asked, ladies, if you come to California, I'll take you to Disneyland. Guys, maybe we should have a seminar at Disneyland. Why? Why not?
The Disneyland seminar? Why?
Maybe other guys want to go to Disneyland. The kids all grown up. They might miss Disneyland. We can
But
go to Disneyland.
why do you go to Disneyland when you're grown up? Like without kids?
Just to have a seminar there, because it's
seminar. I mean, it's just
maybe some guys wanna go to Disneyland, but there's no reason to go there.
He just want to go to Disneyland.
Very
I see.
expensive
And I might
place.
pass on this lovely opportunity, but be my guest.
Just as long as I don't have to stay in the lands. Okay, Steve, how much does the agency know about the ladies? I had to fill out a lot of info on myself to be a member here. Are the ladies also doing that?
Actually, yes. So when the lady joins the website, we get a copy of her passport or any other government-issued ID. Also, if she lives, so for example, her nationalities differ from the country where she resides. Again, like for example, Ukrainian lady in Spain or Colombian woman in Brazil, we also ask her to show some legal document, her copy of her visa or something showing that she's legally residing in whatever country she's in. So we don't ask you those questions. Then we do if she signed up in a place where we don't have an office, so in case if she didn't physically come to the office to sign up there, then we do a video call with her to make sure, well, first of all, she's the same person, whatever her ID says, and the person, the staff member sees on the video, that's the same, and then she looks like her photos too. So, and only after that, after verifying all the contact information, they post her on the website. So yeah, we do know a lot. We don't give them lie detector tests, so no, we don't, we don't do that. But again, if they sign up in the office, staff gets opportunity to chat with them a little bit and just talk about, just future matchmaking, like, okay, what kind of guy you're looking for, as I can help them with this intro letters and stuff. So it's always very helpful.
Steve, again, why have the banner if I should talk to the girls on the banner? I shouldn't. Oh, I shouldn't.
Well, look, it's just, it's what you guys choose, but I mean, it's my personal recommendation because, if you're just gonna be going for the top 1% of the girls, I get they're beautiful and guys are very visual and it's exactly what they want, but just think about in the long run, if you're up for all that competition, be my guest. I'm just saying, there is like 40,000 profiles, of other women there, so maybe just find somebody else. There are plenty of other beautiful.
I think I asked even our person who put the girls. I said, what is like? How is it choosing those girls from banner? And they say this is the most popular girls who guys writing it to. So kind of you choosing them and they put them in the banner. Vice versa, not like.
Yeah, just automatically added there.
We don't have a selection, like a girls who will go on the banner. So.
Malibu Ed, any updates on the recent great new profiles in Argentina and Brazil? Has anyone taken individual tour to either destination? Any group tours in works? So definitely no group tours. We're not anywhere close to, to do anything, at least within a year. Because in order to do a group tour, we need to have at least a few hundred profiles in the area. Because right now, even those profiles in Argentina and Brazil that are posted, they're like slightly all over the map too, so we need to have them in one city. So whether it's going to be Sao Paulo or it's going to be Buenos Aires, or whatever it is, but it needs to be one city, so we can do something. Maybe maybe in a year from now, something will happen. As far as individual tours, we don't provide individual tours to those destinations for that exact reason. We don't have enough ladies. We can schedule individual introductions, so if you corresponded with those ladies for a little bit, again, done some video calls, then yeah, go ahead, travel there on your own to meet this 1 or 2 or 3, whatever specific ladies, and we'll help you schedule those meetings for sure.
Rick, have a seminar in Disney World Orlando. Good
Okay.
idea. I mean, we
Okay,
can go
good
to
to know.
Orlando. Maybe, not at Disney World, but Orlando's fine. Never been there.
Just
too,
any
so.
random warm place.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, shoot email to John. Tell them where you wanna go. Tell him where you wanna go.
You want Dina to go, obviously.
Not in Disney World. Okay. I got it.
Yeah, we can probably skip that, but I'm sure there's a lot of good places. And it's gonna be good
Sure,
to meet
London
you
is a
guys.
beautiful city.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, what else are we missing? Waiting for more questions to load. What else did we miss? Anything? And then as far as how much, back to the question, as far as how much does the agency know about the ladies? Also when like we do Skypes, Dina gets to know girls pretty well. Our local staff gets to know them throughout the process because when they go out on dates, we kind of get the feedback too. And if there is any issues, like for example, we just had a client who went out on a date and he says ladies started asking for money. So we just looked her up. She went on a couple other dates with other guys. So we're gonna reach out to them and just ask. So did that happen? So we're gonna investigate in the case. If she's really asking for money, then of course we're gonna remove her from the site. But we always have to investigate those cases because very often guys get very upset when they didn't go the way they wanted. They met and there was no chemistry. Lady's not interested. They just start saying, "Oh, she's a scammer." She's not a scammer because she didn't fall in love with you at the first sight. It's just it's not a match. And no matter how nice was the correspondence, it's not the same until you sit with the person in one room. And in letters you imagine one thing, but then she sits next to you and maybe you say something that she doesn't like, or she says something, there's no chemistry or something else. Just the date doesn't go anywhere. So there's a lot of frustration with that. So we always give lady benefit of a doubt too. So we'll always have to check. From Larry, question on letters. If a man sends a letter to a woman and receives a response, so what might be the chance it came from a woman, like 10% chance? Well, the response always comes from the lady. So introduction letter is the first one, that's $5.99 or whatever it is sent by matchmakers. But the response always comes from the lady because the staff delivers it to a lady, translates into her native language, and then helps to translate the response. So that is coming from the lady.
Mark saying, I take it doesn't like the cold weather and wants to avoid the seminar where it's cold.
Or
Yes,
she can
true.
go to a seminar in the summertime.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. I don't like cold weather since St. Petersburg, since it was always dark, always cold, and really easy to get sick in the cold weather too. I mean, even if Flagstaff was not so cold, but still, nobody wanna go outside for a long time.
Next question from Brandon. How many of those ladies don't have kids? Well, the search engine can answer that question for you because I don't have the stats, but if you go main page, lami.com, click on advanced search engine, enter your age group that you're looking at, because I'm sure it's not 18 to 90, so just narrow down your age range and select the button that says don't have kids and select the area that you're thinking, or don't select if you don't know where you go, and then just it will pull up all the profiles. Without kids, it will tell you how many profiles were eliminated from the search because they do have children, so you'll get all the full stats on this.
Yeah, some ladies have kids early, and when they're 18, it's already not her kid, and it's not listed.
It's not my kid, you're
Yeah,
18,
I
get
mean,
out.
it's already not a kid, at least adult, and it's not listed there. I mean, the older you go, of course, it will be less chance she has any small kids, of course. So maybe you need to, if you're okay with that, a search 40 plus, 45 plus, even
No, it's an option. From Keith, if I become an executive client, how long do I have that service? So executive plan is for 6 months. Technically, you can put it on hold. For example, you went on a trip, you met a lady, and you want to date her exclusively, but you don't want, the rest of your executive program to run out because you're not 100% sure, because you need to date her and see where it goes. You can always put it on pause for another up to 6 months and then come back and we'll restart it. But again, total work time in this up to 6 months. But realistically, I usually try to wrap everything up within 3 to 4 months, because if we drag it for 6 months, women lose interest. Seriously, this guy ever gonna come? I mean, what's his problem? They just lose interest and disappear. And by the time we get into the time of scheduling those dates, nope, I already have other plans, or maybe I met someone or moved to another country. It's a nightmare. So the target is good 3 months, maybe 4. But if you have any questions on the executive service, feel free to call us at the office. You can always talk to John about it. He'd be happy to answer those questions. I can answer those too, obviously, as well. So just call the main office line. Blue, I'm like Medusa. You look at me and turn to stone.
No, you're not, Blue.
You always
You're
have
still
funny
alive,
comments.
yeah.
Thank you for making us laugh all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's probably the best part of this webcast.
Yeah.
Alright.
So probably today everybody off. So is still football going, or it's all over?
Well, no, I mean, we had it's playoffs, so we had
Okay.
games on the weekend.
Oh, no more.
Which we
money.
had, I mean, all weekend we had games
Oh,
on
right.
TV. Yep, yeah, I knew you were not paying
I
attention.
noticed, like, a little
Yes,
bit.
yes.
So no more Monday football.
Well, good for you. I
Good,
won't have to
good,
torture
good.
you with
Today
my
they're off, like
Vikings.
everybody's like doing stuff. Okay.
Paula, how's Joe Gregory being? He married yet? No, so they're dating, but I mean, I don't know as far as their wedding plans. I don't know what's they gonna do. He's still around. Still good. I don't know. Probably should ask him what's his game plan on that. But they've been together for like I don't know for how long.
Yes, since a year now.
Oh yeah,
Because,
wow.
I remember she
Wow,
came
time.
here last year, but you know she's came.
Yeah, it
not
was
a-
before last New Year, right?
Yeah,
I think
yes.
it's,
She come not on fiancé visa, so she kind of like she doesn't
Yeah, she
have
has
to
time.
get married.
Yeah. So the good thing about the only good thing about the situation with Ukraine is U4U program. So it's when a woman coming here on fiancé visa is not that necessary anymore. It means they can come on a refugee visa and there is no pressure of getting married within 90 days. People can just live together, explore how that goes. So like if you want to date for a year, live together for a year before you pull the trigger, you have that. But yeah, from other countries, if ladies come on fiancé visa, that's 90 days. Clock is ticking as soon as she enters the United States. Morgan is so sad about her Vikings not making the postseason. I mean, every year. I mean, we barely ever make it to playoffs lately, and when we do, we horribly lose. So I know.
That's okay. They're always next year, so.
Yeah,
Always hope.
somebody already told me that today.
Always
I was saying I
hope,
probably
you
should
know.
get a tattoo. There's always next year. I had this Vikings T-shirt that says we almost always almost win. That describes Vikings football pretty well.
Bruce, as a Slavic woman, what do you ladies look for in a significant other?
So what would you look?
Like every other woman, for safe, loyal, reliable, mature, what else? Kind, what else? Like everywhere else, I think girls looking for the same thing over and over. Safety probably is the best one. Number one for the woman being a woman. So yeah, like everywhere else, same thing. Kind man, who can support, who can provide support. Who
And
can
really cares about his woman, actually shows that
Yeah.
too. I mean, that's a lot of guys just overlook that part. Thinking, okay, I provide food for the table, I do this, but you forget that you're in a romantic relationship. There's a lot of other things that it takes to keep it going. So it's very important to to pay attention to your partner and care for her, and vice versa. I'm sure it's gonna be mutual.
especially being a foreign woman and because you guys going to be in a long distance relationship for at least 10 months, because that's how long will visa takes. Fiancé visas, that's especially need to be patience. Even patience is very important. A lot of kindness, a lot of you have to really take care of your woman, because that's how the girls, it's what the girls like, that's what they expect, that's what they are really looking for. Since we exist, probably we like when guys taking care of us. Even here, maybe women say, hey, I'm going to pay for myself, blah blah, but I don't believe still in that. I think the main thing is girls really like to be taken care of.
I mean, regardless of what country she comes from, And again, as Dina said, when she comes here, she doesn't have any social circle yet, so she doesn't have friends and family, and she's gonna be, lonely, and she needs extra attention, extra support. So I know it's gonna be a lot of work on your guys' end, but that's what you gotta do when you bring someone from a foreign country.
Yeah, and if you guys like you think about yourself, like, you really like independent, or you think like she like come here and like a step on your feet and just like go work or go to school. No, at least it will take probably 1 year till she learn English, for example, or go to work or something like that. So it's a lot going to be patient from you, a lot of support. It will be all on you. So that's not so easy. That's you need to think about it too.
If you're actually even ready for something like this, because it will be a lot of work. Of course, all this work will pay off eventually, but just to be ready, you need to spend a lot of time with her. And I know you guys working a lot, so you need to plan that accordingly. So you cannot work 100 hours a week and then you just go home only to sleep, and she's just stuck in that house by herself with nobody to talk to. It's cruel to do it to a cat, not mentioning actual human being. So yeah, keep that in mind. Okay, Blue says, you want me to cast a spell so they will win? I don't think any spells will happen in this case. Vikings are hopeless. I love them, but they always disappoint me. And Malibuet, how much money or assets do I need to have to sponsor a Ukrainian woman for 2 years under USAS program? Fantastic question. I do not have an answer to that. I mean, it's got to be above the whatever, like 110, the same, I would assume same as fiancé visa, like 110 or 120% above the poverty levels, so shouldn't be tons. But you better check guidelines. You actually can go to uss.gov and find this Unity for Ukraine program, and it actually gives you exact specifications what you need to do in order to qualify.
Jeffrey, I would be interested in going to Mexico only because it's close to me for been living in Cali. Yeah,
Short flight, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying, guys. It's so convenient.
Like I said before, it's a new one, so very close. I'm sure you guys have all been to Mexico and very familiar, and very short fly, and the beautiful guys really like enjoying the Mexico tour. Beautiful Olga, who is still looking too.
See, Mark says Blue is trying to get me to go Mexico for a date with Olga.
Yeah.
Olga has a long line of admirers. I don't know.
She's very nice. She tried her best to do Thanksgiving dinner last time, and she sent us a presents. And by the way, Olga, we will have her sometime on our.
We'll probably need to make the tiramisu again, though.
We tried first time. It was okay. I mean, but we're not so experienced.
Yeah, we didn't put any sugar in it. So.
Yeah, of course, being Russian, we don't eat too much sugar, so we try not to eat it, I guess. And we tried we bought the wrong one sugar, because I just heard Ashley told me that you cooking only with crystal sugar. It was,
okay,
well,
whatever recipe said, okay?
It's okay. We can try another time. Still have good ingredients.
All right, guys, we're getting to the end of the webcast. Again, sorry for a little bit late start, little technical issues, but it's okay. We'll get it going next week. I'll promise not to break anything with a sword. I promise. That's why I'm gonna keep it away. All right, then. Looking forward to seeing you next week.
Good night, guys. Till next week.
AFA couple testimonials. Dan and Maria.
My name is Dan. I am 46, and I am from North Carolina. I decided earlier this year that it was time to start trying to find someone to meet and fall in love, get married. This was what I was hoping to do. Well, I chose the agency based on just doing searching and researching about meeting women overseas, because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to kind of maybe live overseas as well once I retired. One of the reasons I chose AFA was just because of the it was a search result on the internet, and it had a good reputation as far as being a reputable business. I really enjoyed the social aspect of it, even though, like I said, the very first minute of the first event, I met Maria. I still enjoyed the rest of the event that night, and I enjoyed the rest of the event the following night, just by meeting and talking to all the other women. It was just interesting to learn about their background, why they were joining the agency, what they were looking for, and it was just nice to be able to talk to people and have fun. It was a lot of fun. Well, one thing that really stood out to me, and one thing that I really liked, was before anything even really began, we had a little orientation with Manuela and Maria, I believe, and they kind of explained to us what to expect, you know, how to go through the event, and giving us pointers and, you know, tips and things to do and things not to do. That was, to me, that was very important and beneficial to have that orientation for all of us. It was very magical to meet her. She was the first group of women I met was Maria, and I knew then and there that I only wanted to meet and date her for the rest of the event. I'd never felt anything like that before in my life. It was just, you know, an instant connection. This was probably a good chance of it working out and, you know, being the ones for each other. Well, when I first saw her, I just kind of stopped in place. You know, I just was staring at her for a few seconds, and then I sat down, and then we introduced each other. I felt a connection or a spark right away. It was a group of about 6 women at the table or so, and I kept finding myself looking back at her, and I kind of apologized to all the other ladies that were there because I wasn't giving them enough attention, but I couldn't help it. She just was drawing me in. So we'd like to get married, and as far as coming to the United States, we'd like to do that, but also I'd like to be down here. So I plan on retiring in a few years, so that is still up in the air as far as what the long-term future is, but the short-term future is getting married. But yeah, I'd like to, like I said, explore Colombia more and see if there's any other places that might be good to settle down in. Yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit of everything. Stay here, stay up there. It all depends on what we decide. It doesn't need to be decided now.
¿Cómo te has sentido con todo el proceso de conocerse?
Es algo nuevo, porque nunca pensé encontrar a alguien de otro lugar que tuviera tanta conexión conmigo. Desde el día 1, cuando él me miró, yo sabía que era él. Cuando tuve la primera cita con Dan, yo me emocioné y yo me desperté a las 5 de la mañana y no podía dormir. Llegué súper temprano ese día al desayuno. Es increíble, de ese día fue una conexión mágica y estuvimos siempre mirándonos, hablando, entendiéndonos. Y a pesar de la barrera del idioma, siempre nos entendimos de alguna manera porque hasta tenemos nuestras claves para podernos entender. Bueno, yo a Dan le estoy enseñando el español, pero para nadie es un secreto que aprender el español es mucho más difícil que aprender el inglés. Entonces hay palabritas que ha aprendido a decir para comunicarse conmigo, con mis familiares, sobre todo con mi abuela, y en mi caso con el inglés yo estoy aprendiendo con él, pero ya le había comentado que quería colocarme a estudiar para que sea un poco más fácil mi proceso y podamos entendernos un poco mejor. Pensamos exactamente lo mismo, es lo que ambos queremos, es algo como que hablamos desde los primeros días cuando nos conocimos a través de AFA, y es que si tú desde el primer día estableces lo que quieres con esa persona, nunca va a haber una falla en la comunicación. Siempre hablamos de familia, siempre hablamos de vivir juntos, pero de hacer las cosas bien como Dios manda, y queremos casarnos. La familia de Dan me ama, ya ha tenido comunicación con su papá, con su mamá, con su hermana, con sus sobrinos. Es decir, nuestras familias están de acuerdo con toda esta locura que puede ser para otras personas, pero para nosotros es una bendición el habernos encontrado a través de la agencia de AFA. En 3 años nosotros queremos tener hijos, pero sí nos vemos juntos viviendo en Carolina del Norte con mi abuela, los 3, y bueno, y si la familia se agranda con bebés.
¿Y
mucho
cuántos
mejor.
hijos piensan tener?
2.
2.
Ya lo pensamos, 2. Gemelos. En su familia hay gemelos. Queremos gemelos.
Bueno, gracias Mafe por tus palabras y por compartir con nosotros tu experiencia con Dan. Estamos súper felices de acompañar a esta pareja que se conocieron en el último tour. Y bueno, Mafe, las puertas de AFA, Dan, las puertas de AFA están abiertas para ustedes, para todos los procesos que necesiten. Gracias por ese testimonio que nos estás compartiendo, nos estás haciendo partícipe de un pedacito de tu vida. Y bueno, eso es lo que nos encanta, poder ayudar a otras personas a encontrar el amor, en este caso María Fernanda y Dan. Así como ellos, queremos que todos ustedes, chicas, puedan encontrar también el amor de su vida, así que no se les olvide que aquí en AFA hay un amor esperando por ti. Un besito. Besito. Baby, kiss me. Gracias. Chao, chao.
Daniel, you're going to express to María Fernanda
todo lo que sientes por ella y por la cual vas a traer hasta aquí hoy.
everything that you feel for her, and which is why you have brought her here today.
Voz alta y clara.
With a loud and clear voice, and of course, looking at her.
Toma ejemplo ella, por favor.
Take her ring. Hoy me entrego, me prometo a ti.
I am blessed to have you in my life.
Tengo la bendición de tenerte en mi vida.
When I am with you, I have a great feeling of calm and contentment.
Cuando estoy contigo, tengo un gran sentimiento de calma y estar contento.
I am at peace when I am with you.
Estoy en paz cuando estoy contigo.
I am excited for what our future will bring.
Estoy emocionado por lo que nos trae nuestro futuro.
We have many wonderful paths to choose from.
Tenemos muchos maravillosos caminos que podemos escoger, de los cuales podemos escoger.
I know that we cannot only think of happy and joyous times.